Oh, what's up, millionaires? It's your boy Mariner coming at you with a TV show review. Now, the TV show we're going to be talking about is Ms. Marvel, not to be confused with Captain Marvel. Those are two different characters. But before we get into the show, spoiler alert for anyone who's not seen the show yet, and also, I'm going to show you what I got. So, if y'all have not seen my Spy Family video, y'all should check it out. Because y'all know I like Spy Family, and I finally got 2 issues of Spy Family. I got issue 1, or well, this is issue 2, but issue 2 and issue 1. So as you can see on the cover, and these covers actually look really, really clean if you can see that right there. But you see you got Lloyd Forger right here, and then you got Anya Forger right here. So if y'all haven't seen, if y'all don't know what Spy Family is, check out my video. Now, we're going to get into Ms. Marvel. And I'm going to be telling you some of the good things that I liked about the show and then some of the bad things. And there are not a lot of bad things. But I will tell you, before I went into this show or watching this show, I had my expectations were lowered basically. And the reason why is because from the commercials I had saw, and I'm a comic nerd, y'all. Of course, I got manga, but I know this character from the comics. And I had saw in like the commercials how her powers were being used, which were very, very different from how they were in the comics. And I do understand that when you're taking comics, you gotta transfer it to, TV. And I'll explain to you how I felt about it, the bad things, but we're gonna first go on the good things. First of all, Ms. Marvel is a Muslim hero. And being that she is a Muslim hero, in the show, which was really cool, is that you saw a lot of Muslim things. It was heavily Muslim influenced, meaning you heard the music, the Muslim music. You saw the clothes that they were wearing, even the textures or the way the mosque, you saw the mosque, and the different foods that they ate. That was all Muslim, and that's all since she is a Muslim hero. And the character, her name is Ms. Marvel, but her actual name is Kamala Khan. Now, what I liked about the show is not only did I like about the influence of the Muslim influence of it, I liked basically kind of the funniness of it. She's a teenager, she's going to school, she's dealing with the problems of life, basically. And another thing is it was kind of funny. There were some parts that were really, really funny. And spoiler alert for this, there was one scene that was I thought was really funny. And basically she was running away from her pursuers or these people who were trying to get to her, and she runs into the kitchen and she's trying to warn all the chefs in there, and the chefs just look at her like she's crazy. And then what's funny to me is that the people who are chasing her come into the kitchen, and one of them smacks one of the chefs and knocks him down, and the other chefs is like, absolutely not, and everybody just runs out of the room. And it's hilarious because it's like that shit was like, no, I don't get paid enough for this. So that's funny. And what I do like is also, it's kind of hard to explain it, but it's like the character Kamala Khan likes to draw. She's a huge MCU fan, basically. She likes Marvel. And you can see that, like, basically in the first episode, she basically makes kind of like a PowerPoint talking about the events of Endgame. Basically how, Thanos came in, they all fought. But it was all kind of in a paper-based PowerPoint, which was really cool. And it's really cool to see that. And also another thing, which was really cool, was like every single time you saw somebody text somebody, basically you would see the text laid out like in the background. Like she'd be like, how are you doing? And it'd be like somewhere in the background, which was really cool. Now, and like I said, I love the character herself. Even the actor, she played it well. I will say some of the things that I did not like were being that how her powers were used. And honestly, I kind of got over it because in the comics, Ms. Marvel or Kamala Khan, her powers were type of, polymorph base. And when I say polymorph base, basically, Plastic Man or Mr. Fantastic. She could stretch her arms like super far, enlarge her arms, enlarge her body. Any part of her body she can make, or she can even make herself small. It's a lot of things, shape shifting, all of that. In the show, it was more of like a cosmic construct. So when she stretches her arm out, it's not like she's actually stretching her arm out, it's she's stretching this construct of her hand. So I was like, but as I kept on watching, I kind of just was like, you know what? That's just a minor thing. Now, another thing was being that what type of species or where does she go? What category does she go in? And what I mean by that is she an alien? Is she an X-Man? Or is she a mutant? And what I didn't like is because y'all may not know this, but there was another species, and I think in the comics, she was a Inhuman. And an Inhuman is basically a person with powers, simply put. And they were affected by this catastrophe called the Tarragon Mist. Now, I may be reading this wrong, but this is coming off from memory. But the Tarragon Mist basically came over, and it was a mist that gave people powers. Kamala Khan was one of these people who got those powers. Therefore, she became Ms. Marvel. Now, in the show, and she became an Inhuman. In the show, they basically severed any link of Inhuman. So it's like, she's not an Inhuman anymore. And that's kind of sad for me, but still, again, I'm like, I can live with that. And I mean, like I said, the show was good enough. Now, the only thing I would say is I don't understand. I mean, the episodes are really, really long, but I don't understand why Disney shortens their series like that. Like, they make it to 6 episodes. They did that with Obi-Wan, and I was like, I want more. Like, even with Ms. Marvel, I was like, I want more because I love it. It was cool. It was cool to see the powers. So I'm like, I can't wait for season 2. It's probably, in 2023. Who knows? But I'm like, it's super excited to see it. And y'all, if y'all haven't seen Ms. Marvel or you don't know this character, you should really check her out. She's really, really cool. So remember, y'all, and this is on Disney Plus. Remember, y'all, like the video, share it with your family, and if you subscribe, click that bell icon and be notified for more videos. And I'll see y'all in the next video, y'all. Bye, y'all. Have a blessed day, millionaires. I'll see y'all later.